Dana's do's and don'ts are back. President Obama's criticism of Donald Trump is becoming more intense. Yesterday, he spoke about the Republican nominee's character.
I think the Republican nominee is unfit to serve as president. He's woefully unprepared.
Donald Trump responded on the O'Reilly factor.
I think he's the worst president maybe in the history of our country.
All right, so things are going great between those two. Are Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton handling criticism well? There's only one person we can turn to. It's Dana Perino, co-host of The Five and former White House press secretary. So let's do a little bit of damage control here.
Okay.
Let's talk about Donald Trump specifically. What does he need to do in order to limit some of the damage that he has caused or reacted?
Well, here's the thing. I was a White House press secretary for a while. I've advised a lot of different politicians and leaders, and I have to say I'm almost done giving advice because he is his own person.
Yeah.
He's going to do what he wants to do. So I could suggest some things that might actually make these next few weeks smoother for him. So I hope he takes it in that spirit because I realize
it's a
he's
positive
probably
spirit.
not going to change. I have a theory.
Yeah.
It's called my cap and trade plan for criticism.
All right, so these are like carbon credit critics.
That's right. So
criticism.
Everybody is given a certain amount of pushback tickets.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you can spend those tickets however much you want. You could blow them all on the first day, or you could hold on to them.
Wait for a debate.
You could see do I want to spend my ticket on this, or I want to wait? And then on the days that you pass on criticism, where you're like, I'm going to let that one go. I'm going to let Kennedy defend me instead.
Yeah.
I can get another ticket. So now I can keep up the number of tickets I need to push back against criticism.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right because voters only have so much of a threshold, and that's the
Well, and the other thing that a lot of people apparently in his circle have been telling him is that understand punching up.
Yeah.
You know, punch up against Obama, punch against Hillary Clinton, who would be your peer. Don't punch down against people who are not in
punch against the Khan family.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Don't you hate it when you're with somebody at a restaurant and they're mean to the waiter or the waitress?
Oh yeah, that's
and it's
the worst.
inappropriate.
And it's so embarrassing.
It's the same. I feel like it's the same feeling that people get, that revulsion of like, oh my gosh, why did you just do that?
Why did you send
and then
back?
you try to slip them an extra
your
tip.
Food. All right, you also say one of your dues, outsource your outrage.
Yes.
I think Trump needs to get better at this. He needs to have more surrogates.
He needs to trust other people to do it for him.
Yeah.
And that's not his style necessarily. He's like, I can handle this. He can fight all around.
Yeah. He enjoys it.
Actually, one of the things that a reporter overheard him saying is that it feels good when he's able to punch back. The thing is that when punching back ends up hitting yourself in the face, it's like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Let's get to some of your don'ts. You say, don't take criticism too hard.
Yeah, you
don't react to every critic.
It's like you're in the job of, you are always going to be criticized if you decide to run for office. It's one of the reasons that a lot of people don't run for office.
Yeah.
So you have to give anybody credit that's willing to step into the arena because the criticism is going to come fast and furious.
Naturally, half the people you're talking to will automatically hate you. I mean, that's tough. That would be tough for a comic or any other kind of performer, knowing that half the people you're trying to reach automatically will not listen to anything.
And one of the best ways to do that is to turn off the Twitter.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
And let somebody that you trust, somebody on your campaign team, maybe one of your children, can you check this for me? And if there's anything in here that you think is really egregious that we need to respond to, we should respond, and then they can decide who should respond. Should it be Rudy Giuliani, Newt Gingrich? Should it be Ivanka? Who should it be?
I guess, you know, the issue here is it's not, it's like Watergate. It's not the initial error. It's the response. And usually the response to the response. And it sort of compounds, and that becomes its own story. Well, and I think that's what's so tough to overcome, and that's why Republicans are having this intervention with them.
In the case of Hillary and Donald Trump, so with Hillary criticizing Patricia Smith, saying that she was a liar, and Donald Trump saying what he said about the Khan family, that now we have ensured that this is Wednesday, so this is a 6-day news story, and it's still on the front page of the national papers.
And as I pointed out at the top of the show, we have a horrible economy to deal with.
There's so many things that they could talk about.
Absolutely right. Dana Perino, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love that pink dress.
Oh, thank you. I love the cap and trade system. I hope it really picks up some steam.
It should, absolutely. I expect to see a column on foxnews.com/opinion.